Sickness when it comes to making muffins, don't I? I do think it's over now though. We had the bank holiday at the weekend, and yesterday I just spent the whole day in my pajamas and I had the itch. I heard Cameron mumbling about how much he loves blueberry muffins, and I thought, well, that's that. I'm making blueberry muffins. But I think the itch has been scratched now because I don't actually love the blueberry muffins. They are delicious, but they were too autumnal. I did like a walnut cinnamon crunch on the top to make like the perfect crunchy muffin tops, and they were delicious, but I should have followed my gut instinct. I said to Cameron, like, oh, how about like lemon and blueberry, or like poppy seed and blueberry, you know, something fresher. And he said, no, I just want a plain blueberry muffin. And then I thought, well, I can't just do nothing, so I decided to do the walnut cinnamon sugar brown. It was a walnut cinnamon and brown sugar crumb on top. Delicious, but completely the wrong season, and it had me feeling really autumnal, and I'm just like nowhere near there mentally. So I think the muffins are finished now. I spoiled it for myself, but I had a lovely bank holiday. And then this week I've got a bit of a mixed week. The suburbs is not an area that I feel like is glamorized very often. I think there's such like an aesthetic when it comes to living in a city, and there is obviously such a really popular aesthetic at the moment about living in the countryside, and then the suburbs is kind of this neither here nor there place. But I like to see it is instead of neither here nor there, you get the best of both. And to be honest, that's exactly what this week is. I can be in the centre of London in 20 minutes if I get a fast train, and I can be walking in like the beautiful, glorious English countryside in 20 minutes if I drive somewhere very specific as well. And that is what is on the schedule this week. I'm going into London today. I'm having dinner with some friends this evening. I want to take you to one place in the city that is really unique and really special. I also want to share with you, and let me know if there's any other areas in London that you would like a similar thing for. I want to show you some like off the beaten track, calmer, quieter spots next to somewhere that's like busy and bustling and where you probably are like intending to go. For example, this evening I'm going to King's Cross, and there's a couple of places near King's Cross that if you're going to London, you've got a busy day, this is somewhere that you can go and just like take a deep breath and just like have a sit down. So anyway, the next few days should hopefully be either a little bit of a look at what it's like to actually live in suburban England, or a bit of relatability for those of you that do already live in the suburbs, and that you're really gonna have a lovely mix of both. Right, I need to skedaddle. Oh, I love my London days. I haven't had a London day in so long.
Clapham Junction, Vauxhall and London Waterloo.
See me okay. I've just popped into Watch House for a chai, I needed a little bit of a sit down and a recuperate, and this place is so nice. If you are ever in the Covent Garden area and you want somewhere that, I mean, this isn't like totally off the bean, well, it's not off the bean track at all, it's literally like a 2-minute walk from Covent Garden, so if you're right in the thick of it, you want somewhere that it's just, I mean, it's like you can see it's so beautifully designed. There's a lovely little outdoor patio that everything is just really well designed. Like you even get a little card explaining what your coffee is. Like it's quite a, I don't know what the word is, but like it's a very modern, chic kind of a place, but it's nice. They also have a whole downstairs and you can eat here properly, but I just wanted a little drink now that I've got my headphones, which makes it so easy to talk to you. And then I'm praying that it's not going to rain, because I'm going to head to King's Cross a little bit early before I meet my friends for dinner and hopefully go for a little walk along the water. Anyway, I'm having a very lovely day. I just don't want it to rain because the weather has turned and I don't have any umbrella or nothing. I've literally got my tiny little bag that has my Kindle in it and my wallet, and that's it. That's all I got. So fingers crossed for sunny weather. This chai is insane. It says here that we've tried a great number of chais, from concentrates to syrups to whole leaf, and found that Pamban's approach to chai is the most delicious we have found yet. Origin, Kenya/India. It's got like the traceability, the process, the altitude, the varietal, the notes. Oh my gosh. A perfect balance of tea and spice, multi-layered with a warming ginger finish. Locally made in Camden Market, the team take black matcha, jaggery, low GI, unrefined sugar, and a blend of Indian spices to create their barista chai. The intensity and the quality of the spice notes, complexity of the matcha, and balance of the sweetness that achieved through their technique. It's so nice. It is like, it's got a kick. Love it.
How do I say goodbye? Caroline, heaven knows I'd stay, but I have to run. Here calling my name, life won't be the same, 'cause she's worth more than all the gold in Mississippi. So I'm leaving now. Don't know if I'll come back around. I'm going out to find her now, even if I bleed on the pavement. Caroline, I'm leaving now. I've been wandering through the woods, chasing all the tracks, stumbling down the road with a thorn in my gap.
Just like that, I'm in nature again. Look, there's little benches that you can sit by the water. There's a coffee shop that's right at the entrance. And I have come to King's Cross so many times, and I used to come to King's Cross and just never knew this was here. And it's just like a lovely natural park, and they're putting in a lot of effort to try and, keep, I think they're filming something down there. They've got a proper camera set up. Okay, I'll have to stop talking to you in a second, but yeah, they're just trying to maintain like natural ecosystems and biodiversity in the city. And you can hear like a little bit of drilling, and like of course you can hear the city. I mean, Coldrop's Yard, like that is Coldrop's Yard. It is right next to it, which means that we're only about a 5-minute walk from King's Cross station, so we're very much in the thick of it. But it really is like just super tranquil. Look, it's like a proper forest walk, and you can hear the birds, which you pretty much can't hear anywhere else in the city. I cannot recommend, like as a little itinerary enough. Oh, let's go down this little path. Oh, cute. Look, there's some kind of like hen do, I think, on a boat. What a nice day out. That's so nice. Actually, why don't I go back and sit on one of these benches, and then I know I've just shown you, but I can talk you through my recommended itinerary, and then I don't have to disturb those people. It looks like they're filming for, I don't know whether it's like a TV show or a documentary or something. I'll wander up and get a little bit closer once I'm not chatting to you. But oh, I can hear is it a lock? Is it a weir? I'm not sure, but I can hear the water properly from here. Anyway, I think if you're looking for like a London itinerary this summer because you want to come to London, you want to explore, or you just want to like extend a bit of a day out you've already got planned, then head to Covent Garden. Covent Garden is obviously lovely. You've got that floral court, and as if I've just forgotten like the street, but you know, the cobbled street that's beautiful, that's got all like the really lovely shops, that's just off Covent Garden if you want to like a bit of an escape from there. If you want somewhere lovely to go for coffee, go to Watch House. It's still right in the thick of it. It's not trying to like not do London. I think if you're going to come into London, I think the hustle and bustle is part of it all, but I do think you need some like restorative sit down breaks that aren't necessarily like in a giant Pret that still feels super hectic, or in a Starbucks or something that's still really busy. You want a few like nice quiet moments so you can power on for your next stint. So Covent Garden, you're shopping, wandering around, exploring the markets, Watch House for food or a little coffee pit stop. Then you jump on the Piccadilly line, or you can you walk? Yeah, you could probably walk here, but jump on the Piccadilly line like 3 stops. It's like a 4-minute tube. Get to King's Cross, walk along the canals to Word on the Water, have a little look in the Bookshop, and then pop up to Coldrop's Yard, and you can either come straight to this lovely park and have a wander around, or explore Coldrop's Yard. We haven't had a look around there yet, but that is where I'm meeting my friends for dinner. I think we're actually going to Dishoom for dinner, but I think one of my friends, I think Amelia, might be free a little bit earlier than Holly, so maybe we'll go to, there's lots of lovely little wine bars, maybe we'll go to a little wine bar first before Holly arrives, and then we go to Dishoom. I just think it's a lovely itinerary. I honestly can't recommend it enough. I have felt a couple of drops of rain, not gonna lie, so I'm gonna go and enjoy my walk and explore down here and see if I can actually get further down the path than wherever they're filming. If not, I'll turn back and I'll be getting a glass of wine a little bit early, but I'll see if I can get down there and have a walk before the rain kicks in. Baby birds alert! Baby birds! Can you hear those birds? I don't know how much you can hear that, but being able to hear birds like that in the city honestly puts the biggest smile on my face. It's crazy how much you can't hear them when you're in the thick of it. It was the main thing that I really struggled with in Clapham, was the fact that I couldn't hear the birds. Like when I was out in my little garden, or if I was out in the streets, it just felt like there were no birds. Like you just couldn't hear any birds. And whenever I'd go home to my parents, the first thing I'd be is like, oh my gosh, the birds are so nice. But in here, you can really hear the birds. Well, now I can also hear a car, but you can really hear the birds, which is so nice. Oh, and I think I am back round to the beginning of the loop. So nice. quality cold drops yard store, because it is a freaking party in here. They have like a DJ, there is thumping music and everything. It's brand new. I'm looking a little windswept now, but yeah, this is definitely there. Like, I think they've literally, like, in the last like hour, like they've just opened. Good morning. Oh, yesterday was so nice. Couldn't get into Dishoom in the end. It was like a 50-minute wait and you have to stand. It's not like one of those virtual queues, you have to stand in the queue. So we gave up on that and went to El Pastor instead, which was also very nice. To be honest, it didn't really matter where we went, we just wanted to catch up, which was lovely. Today I've got a whole bunch of bits and pieces that I need to do at home, but before I fully get ready for the day, I've got another couple of things that have arrived that I really want to try on, so I thought I'd show you. I also want to say, I think I tried this for the first time in a vlog a couple of vlogs ago, but I am absolutely loving this. The Origins Ginseng Brightening Eye Cream. I feel like it really does. I really have a thing. I struggle. I have very, very dark eyes. And I really think it brightens them really nicely and gives them like this very glowy. I also showed you the SPF 40. Also really love how this looks, but I do find, I'm using it every day. I've literally worn it every single day since I tried it, but I do find that it does transfer. So I wouldn't wear it for necessarily like a special occasion, or if I was wearing something white that I really like, it does transfer a little bit, like if I touch my face and then I touch my clothes. To be fair, I haven't really tried like fully setting it with powder and everything, but for an everyday moisturizer that's tinted and has SPF, I've been really liking both of those things. And then some of the stuff that has arrived that I just thought I might as well show you before I pack it all away. One, I am on a mission to find the best, or just like a great staple tank top. The ones that I use at the moment are the Tala ones, which I really like, but they are that kind of like gym kit material. And I think like they're great, that the shape is so nice, the quality is great, but I therefore do also wear them in the gym. And I don't know, it's not enough. It's not enough for me. I want more. And some that are just like maybe a little bit of a different material, like less of that gym kitty material. Anyway, I've heard amazing things about the Abercrombie ones. They didn't have one in white, which is what I wanted, and now I've got carried away buying things that are like not exactly what I'm after. I'm after a staple, high quality, basic white tank that I can wear underneath like my shirts. I can wear them just with shorts. I just think in the spring, summer, I don't need to justify why you need a white tank, but I feel like they go under so many of my outfits and I really don't have any. So anyway, I bought a couple from Abercrombie. Didn't actually end up getting any that were white, but they've got like a built-in kind of bra, but apparently it feels really soft, like it's not going to be too restrictive. It means you don't need to wear a bra with it. So I've got a couple to try, which I'll try. Maybe I'll just put them on right now and show you. If you have any like really good staple tank tops that you think are excellent, then let me know. Or if there's anywhere that you want me to try, I could like potentially try some from different places. I think I need to try Uniqlo and see if they've got any good ones. And then the other thing that's arrived, which I'm very excited about, is we've got a wedding at the end of the month. So it's a Friday and a Saturday. On the Friday night is a traditional Chinese tea ceremony. It's the wedding of my best friend from university. And she said to us that they would like it if we would get in the spirit by including like traditional Chinese dress as much or as little as we'd like. So, but to kind of get in the spirit of a traditional tea ceremony. So I have found that really hard. I've done loads of research. She's like given us some ideas and things. So you can either go like and get a full, like, I think it's called a kipao, which is like the traditional dress. But some of them I felt like a little bit were kind of like fancy dress costumey, which I really didn't want to do. And then a lot of them you get them like custom made, which can take several weeks. I've left that a little bit late. And also that can then get quite pricey. and I'm not sure I would wear it again necessarily. So I started having a look at something that I could find that was just inspired by, because she says like you can embrace it as much or as little as you like. You don't need to necessarily at all. Anyway, I found this top from Stradivarius, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I actually got it on ASOS, and my thought for the outfit is I'm gonna wear this, which is just this lovely like these sleeves look so delicate and pretty. My thought is I'm going to wear this with a pale pink satin skirt, which is from H&M, but that hasn't arrived yet. I might try this on with my like second look. I've got like a satin skirt that I wore as like my kind of second, I didn't really do a second look, but I just wanted to change into something not as big when we were on the dance floor for the wedding. So I might try it on with that, but the actual skirt that I'm wearing is pink, that hasn't arrived yet. And then I think I'm gonna do my hair in like a low bun. I've ordered this beautiful, which also hasn't arrived yet, ordered this beautiful pin that's like this floral oriental pin from Etsy that's handmade, which I can't wait for that to arrive, so I'm going to put that in my hair. And then I've got these shoes, which I also got from ASOS, which have this little butterfly on the front, which I think is so pretty. So I'm going for kind of like very spring, a little bit ethereal I guess, but we're going for pastel pink and yellow, and hopefully this will feel, and oh yeah, the pin that I've got is like a pink pastel flower, which hopefully is going to match the colour of the skirt. So hopefully that's going to be quite a nice little outfit. When we actually go to the wedding, which is in Italy, I don't know how much I'm going to vlog or at all, but I'll definitely try and get maybe at least a picture or two of the finished look, and we can see if it looks any good. Anyway, let me try, I really want to try the top on, because if the top like really doesn't work, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to try the tanks on, then I'm going to try the top on. Oh, and I need to hunt down that skirt. Oh, this is the first time I've just got this out of the dry cleaning bag because we sent it off to get dry cleaned. Yeah, this skirt has like not really survived, has it? I'm not surprised, I suppose. I might see if they can have another crack though. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't really feel like it's been dry cleaned at all though, if I'm honest. But this is the outfit that went into the pool, and you can see it is still very grubby along the bottom there. So at least we can use it for, oh gosh, yeah, and the back is all super marked. But to me it looks like, I don't know. To me it looks like that hasn't even been dry. But I mean, I know it has. Like that mark to me looks like it should almost just scratch off. I'm gonna give it another round in the wash, I think. But I did really put this through the ringer, so it's fine if it doesn't survive. Oh, I think I really like it. Let's get that last button done up. Oh, I think it's really pretty. This is what it looks like from the back. I've just got like a nude bra on, which actually I think works fine. I don't think you can really see. And then obviously the skirt is not a good representative. I think I might need to get the skirt that I've ordered taken in a bit so that it's super high-waisted. So that like, it's not, if it's a low, can't remember, but if it's a low-rise skirt, then I don't want like my tummy poking out at all. But I think this could work really well. And then I'll do my hair like probably in some kind of bun, just like a low bun, bits out the front, and then like the pin that I've ordered through there. Let me pop the shoes on. I love these, I think they're so pretty. And then I'm hoping that for the actual wedding day, I can just wear the same shoes but with a completely different dress. Oh, I think that looks really nice. Phew. Yay, I'm so happy with that. Let me know if you've ever been to like an Oriental tea ceremony. Is this right? I don't want to like pester the bride. The kind of rules or like guidelines that she gave was no red because, well, you can wear bits of red because it's seen as like good luck, but basically red is the colour that the bride will wear. For Cameron, no like big dragon motifs, because again, that's something that like the groom, like a big dragon motif is like typically reserved for the groom. I think, was it a phoenix was the same concept for the bride, so like no, like nothing with like a phoenix on it. No white, but not because of the Western reasons for no white because typically white is associated with funerals and it's like a sadder colour, so not to wear white for that reason. And I think those were the only guidelines. So I'm going for yellow and pink and gold, and hopefully that is then just like a safe zone. Yay, very happy with that. Anyway, okay, I'm glad I've kind of ticked that off. I'll show Cameron in a bit, you can probably hear him, he's on a call. in the background. Now let's try these tank tops, because I have to say I have very high hopes for them. I also love this top because I feel like I can just wear this. I'm just gonna wear this as like a lovely top afterwards. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. It's like for like a nice little dinner or drinks or date night. I love it. I will link this if you just want this as just like a lovely top. It was really running out of stock, which is why I was a bit paranoid about it when I bought it, but if it's still in stock, oh, I love it, I'll link it. Okay, first thought, this is so unbelievably soft. I love, oh nice. I love how it feels. Also quite fun to be stripy. I hate how bad the skin is on my chest at the moment. I've been getting loads of spots on my chest and I don't know why. Nice, I like it. Perfect. I don't need to wear a bra. It's really comfy. It's not too like compression-y. The fabric's really soft. Tick. I mean, I think it's kind of redundant for my little exercise because it's not white, but it is a lovely tank that I can easily wear with shorts and skirts and whatever all summer long. I would happily just keep wearing this today, but let me try on the other one. This one again, so soft. Oh, that label is itchy. If I keep this, I'm definitely ripping out that label. This is a great one to have a built-in. This one is less of like a built-in bra. It's more just got like kind of thickness, maybe a bit of actual padding, I can't tell. But it's got like a thickness at the front, so you don't need to wear a bra with it, which is great for such like thin spaghetti straps. I thought the colours were really nice for this one. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a blue, thin blue strap on brown. I thought that was a lovely colour combo. I actually think this one is a little bit too, it's not compression-y, but it's kind of figure hugging. I wish it was like a bit more, I guess I can just do that to it. That's a bit better. Just make it like a little bit more relaxed and less tight. But again, it's great because it's got the adjustable straps depending on your shoulders. This would be a lovely one under like my white linen shirt actually. They both would. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep both. I kind of knew that when I bought them, that it wasn't really solving my problem of looking for like the perfect white tank, but I definitely, Abercrombie has very much impressed me with the quality of like the materials. These are really, this is like more, this is the fabric that I'm after as opposed to the Tala fabric. Like this is exactly the right fabric. It's really soft and it's like thick, so it feels good quality. It's not like flimsy. The H&M one that I previously really liked, it's really, the more I've like worn it, it's actually really see-through, and the more I've washed it, like the worse quality it's gotten, whereas these feel like proper good quality. Anyway, right, enough about clothes. I think I'm actually going to take this off because I'm going to take this away with me because I've got some packing to do today, which is very exciting. So I think I'm going to take this away with me. So I'm going to find something else to put on, and also weather's not that great today. But I do really want to show you the garden and give you a bit of an update on what we've changed, because since I got so much of your advice last week, we went straight back to the shopping centre. Not shopping centre, we went straight back to the garden centre, and we've now made a bunch of tweaks based on your advice, so thank you so much. And if you've got any more advice, we will take it. Cameron knows a little bit more about gardening than I do, but pretty much both of us are at the beginning of this journey. He just loves it. So any advice, tips, we are all ears. This is the coffee recipe that I have been loving at the moment. To start with, you need a double shot of espresso. We are turning this into an iced drink, but you start with a double shot of espresso, then you need some honey. I have been using the Claridge's honey, which is so nice. We had a couple of like little pots of it from when we were there in February. So we add a little dollop of honey, depending on how sweet you like it. And then the trick, the secret ingredient, which this is probably a really common knowledge thing, but I only just learnt about it. I also add a little sprinkle of sea salt, because apparently adding salt to your coffee actually balances out the bitterness of your coffee. Makes the coffee taste less bitter. It also apparently enhances sweetness in a coffee. So I've put honey in anyway, but if you didn't want to add honey, apparently adding a sprinkle of sea salt can also make coffee just like naturally taste a little bit sweeter. And then it also gives it like apparently a greater depth of flavour. I don't know about all the technicalities of exactly how it does all that, but it is a thing that it counteracts the bitterness. And I've been loving it. I give that a mix to make sure all the honey is nice and incorporated and the salt has done its thing. And then you just need your glass. I will link these because I've had a few people actually ask me where these are from. They're literally just Amazon, but they're great. So I'll link these. You need your glass, then your milk of choice. This is an oat that I like, but I'm actually really trying to transition away from oat. For some reason, my coffee always splits if I put it in the almond milk. I think it's something to do with the acidity of the coffee. But I really do find that I crash quite badly on oat milk. So I want to start drinking soy instead. I think that's my best bet. But if you also like an iced latte or a latte in general and you have oat milk, I would encourage you to try looking at different milk alternatives, because I think oat is the worst out of literally every single milk at giving you a crash. And then we have the best bit. Perfection. An iced salted honey latte. It's a bit later on in the afternoon. I spilled that coffee all over my jumper because of course I did. And the sun has come out a teeny tiny bit. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you some of the garden bits. Oh, yes, the sunshine. I really need it to come back in full force, you know. I do not know what is going on with the weather. It doesn't feel like we're on the brink of summer, which we basically are now. Anyway, enough about the weather. Let me show you. So the first thing we did is we've taken the rhododendrons out of where they were here. We've put some in pots and some on this side. And then we've got like more acidic soil over there. And then in here, this is not complete, but I've done all my research and basically we've now got some hostas. We do have the salvia, which I don't know how well the salvia is going to do in here, but Cameron was adamant that it went. So we've got some hostas, we've got some lily of the valley, we got all the lily of the valley. We've done it on both sides. We've got all of it lily of the valley they actually had, but we need to buy some more. And then I also want to put in each of these, because we're kind of just going to do like the same mix in both. I also want to put in here some hellebores and some Japanese anemones, but both the hellebores and the Japanese anemones are like not out yet. I'm feeling way better about this. I don't want to be too like, you know, but this was one of those things where I said I wanted them to be like almost like herbaceous bordery kind of energy, like cottagey, wildflower-esque, and Cameron didn't originally, and then after he planted them he was like, oh yeah, okay, I kind of see the vision now. So I think we're on the road to that being nice along there, and then I think the rhododendrons are going to be good just like turning into a bush, especially because I've now seen how big they can get, and they do get huge. And then we haven't planted these out yet, but Cameron bought a whole bunch of dahlias and they're starting to do really well. What's really fun for me is I actually have no idea. He's kept all the little bags, which are getting quite waterlogged now, so that we can see which one's which. But I actually have no idea what any of these are going to end up looking like, but to be honest, all dahlias are beautiful. And you can see they're all starting to, this one is doing very well. This one we can see we've got some life here. I don't think there is any life that we can see on this one yet. The ducks have come to say hello, of course. This one we can see like teeny tiny little bits of growth like here. This one is doing very well indeed. This one has also got some great leafage. This one, look at this one. Absolutely thriving. So I'm very happy. This one, haven't got any signs of that one either. So we've got two that are showing nothing, but I mean, we've got a lot of them. And then I'm very happy with my, I don't know if they're technically daisies, they're probably not, but I'm very happy with these. These do now live on the kitchen island, but I'm bringing them outside for a couple of hours each day, just so that they get some nice sunshine while it's gone a bit grey, because the kitchen's now not getting as much light now that the weather has like taken a little bit of a turn. Although, like I said, the sun is coming out now. Hello ducks. And then, I think you'll have seen at the beginning of this vlog, but I found at the garden centre the sweetest bumblebee plant pot, and I think it's absolutely perfect for the Nemesia, I'm gonna go with calling it. So I think this looks cute, and so happy with the cushions, but I think you saw that before. Our mint is also doing way better now that it's out here. And then the grass, to be honest, is looking very muddy because I don't think I filmed any of it, but Cameron has been on this, he's just such a typical man that loves his lawn, and he bought a load of equipment and one ton of sand to level the lawns. So the lawn up the front and the lawn up the back have both been leveled, which in my world, to be honest, just kind of makes it look muddy, but I'm trusting the process, and he says very soon we're gonna have beautiful, very flat lawns. Yes, I have ended up wearing this top all day. I was supposed to take it off, but I didn't, and it's been so comfy, I'm not mad about it. And my H&M parcel has just arrived, so I saw that H&M had come out with a little butter yellow cable knit cardi, and I always get so much love on my Reformation cardigan, but I am aware that it is an extortionate, ridiculous price for a cardigan. I am obsessed with it, and it is cashmere, so it is just perfect throughout the seasons. But I saw this and I thought this one is a little less risky for going in and out of the wash, and I thought the cable knit was just really pretty. Absolutely love that. I will definitely link this if you're after a yellow cardigan. Love, love, love. And I also thought that I might take this for the wedding. I just think a little cardi, if you get like a little cute one, I think they're perfect for cover-ups, and I might take that. It's not as chic as a shawl, but I am pathetic about the cold, so I like to have a little cardigan with me basically at all times, so that I have a layer. Then I saw these were in the new in. Oh, I love. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, these are a slam dunk. I'm keeping these at 1000%. We have more of that kind of like muslin material, like the really soft PJs that they do. This is the same material as my heart ones, so I just know how much I love it. And we have little bunches of pink flowers on these, and it is they're attached for some reason, but it is a long sleeve top and then shorts on the bottom, so they're kind of like spring summer PJs. It's a slightly different colour to what I thought. I'm not necessarily mad about it, but I might have to give it a proper try on to see what I think. It's more of like kind of a blush, like kind of vintage pink, as opposed to, this is the colour actually that I really wanted my bridesmaid dresses to be. This kind of like vintage rosy pink kind of a colour, but I just couldn't find anything, so I went for green in the end. And I was really happy with their bridesmaids dresses actually, I loved them, but this would have been my first choice colour. The reason why I got this skirt in particular is because it had really good reviews on H&M, everybody saying that like it's really thick and really good quality for like an H&M thing. BRB, a friend has just arrived. Sorry about that. That was Bestie Ben coming to anyway, see us very quickly. That was super nice. I think I was showing you the skirt, but yeah, it does actually feel really good quality. It's just not as like, it's not as pink as I was hoping, I suppose. It's not as baby pink. I will try that on. This are the two colours. Maybe it's good that it's like a bit more neutral. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try those on together another time. And then I thought I would give you a little bit of a book update, because I'm in the middle of 3 at the moment and they could not be more different from each other. I figured one of these books, no matter who you are, I feel like at least one of these books would be up your street. The first book that I'm nearly at the end of, that I'm reading at the moment, is Rites of the Starling by Devney Perry. This is a romantasy trilogy. This is the second book, the third book isn't out yet. The first book is called Shield of Sparrows. If you're looking for like a really good romantasy series to read that's like really well considered, and I don't find this story, this world, cringy in any way, but the romance is still really good. The world, like all the different like creatures and monsters and like the world that you live in Calandra is so detailed, like I can really picture all of it. This is one of those ones that like really feels like a movie in my mind. So if you're looking for a romantasy series recommendation, you haven't tried this one yet, try it. I obviously talk all about these books in so much more detail on my other channel, but I figured some of you guys might be looking for book recs, but you don't necessarily want to watch like whole book vlogs. So I can definitely recommend this series so far. If you aren't really into your books, but you didn't know about my other channel and you loved the first book in this series, Shield of Sparrows, then this second book, Bright to the Starling, we're currently doing a buddy read over on my Discord server, which is a lot of fun. Actually, a lot of this is in prep for, we're doing a readathon starting at the weekend, which I think we're going to start doing monthly. We're going to do 24-hour readathons once a month, where you can just bring, like virtually bring any book that you're reading at the moment, and then there's going to be like sprints and breaks, and basically it's like a collective reading session. I'm so excited, it's going to be our first one. And during the readathon, I want to get this book finished and these other couple of books I want to make at least some progress on. The second book is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This, I don't know if it's out on Netflix yet. I think it's coming to Netflix very soon, the adaptation. This is a story about Tova, who is, I think she is a woman in her 60s maybe, but she is a woman whose husband has died and her son has gone missing, and she works in an aquarium, and she ends up making a very unexpected, I want to say friend, but unlikely alliance with a Pacific octopus, Marcellus, who helps her uncover or helps her explore the mystery of her missing son. Super unique, and you do get Marcellus chapters, as much of it as I've read so far. Marcellus's chapters are great. It's also really good on audio. It's just a general fiction story as a genre, but it's really unique, and the fact that it is coming to Netflix very soon, I think it's always fun to read the book first before you watch the show, but you could jump straight to the show. Infused with heartfelt humour, a widowed woman who finds understanding and connection with a clever octopus is refreshingly, if surprisingly, relatable. Which I think is a great quote on the back. And then the third book, which is actually our book club book, my book club is called Chapter House. Our book club book for the month is Yesteryear by Caro Claire Burke. If you haven't heard anything about this book, this is a story basically about a trad wife influencer turned actual trad wife. She's a trad wife influencer who one day wakes up or finds herself living the life of an actual trad wife. And I think it is a book that I can imagine will spark, or I think it already has, I'm just trying not to read too much of it yet until I've actually read the book for myself, but will spark so much discussion about what it means to be a woman and the performative nature of womanhood that we like see so often. And I don't know how much discussion there's going to be like on the social media of it all, but it's so interesting to think about the promotion online of very traditional, very old roles that women play, and like the realities of some of that a little bit darker than we think. Some of the bits on the back here make it sound very intriguing. Shot through with humour laced with darkness. Bold and biting will have you gasping right to the final page. Inventive, addictive, a wild ride. A howling piece of feminist rage, nightmarish, shocking, and brilliant. Intelligent, incisive, insanely readable. Anyway, I'm very excited for this one as well. Apparently, I know a few of us in the book club have already started it, and they say that it is very fast paced. So looking forward to this one as well. So those are the three books. I am actually also, if I'm honest, I'm reading another one. I'm currently rereading The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Guys, I love this series, and I'm so cooked about the Prime adaptation that is literally coming in less than a week. Amazon Prime have made a series and is going to be huge. I think it's going to be huge. I know Heated Rivalry obviously like took over the internet. They are nothing alike, but I just think it's going to have that kind of crazy fandom about it, this series, and I loved the whole series. I loved The Deal. I love Dean's book, which is the second book in the series, maybe the third, I'm not sure. I think it's the second, even more. I hope it's a series per couple. I'm warning you now, if you know nothing about the Off-Campus Diaries or The Deal or Elle Kennedy, I think it's going to be the next like massive like series on our screens. And it literally comes next week. I'm so pumped. The trailers, ugh, they're killing me. I'm now gonna go make some dinner. make my mint tea, have a shower, unwind. But thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I hope you have such a lovely week next week, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.